right, man. I already started doing some little preliminary watching highlights, reading up on some guys. And one guy I came across and started with. I think the first one I really looked at that I didn't know of was Will Levis a little bit. We talked about him just a tad. The Brees dude from Clemson, which I don't see why people so high on him in the top 10, 15, 20 level. I don't get, maybe 21 through 30, whatever. Maybe. Is there anybody else I looked at I didn't know? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Oh yeah, the other one from Clemson. I think he more of a top 15 talent. I like him though. The Murphy kid. I like what I see. Long, strong, good front side. Good. Front side end. What they consider at the left or the right side. The opposite of the blind side. But this Tyree Wilson kid, woo! dripping with potential. I was looking. Pascal was kind of supposed to help them on the interior a bit, and Pascal came in on the NFL level 6'3", 274. This Tyree kid is around about 276, 280-ish. We'll see what he come in at the combine. Pascal is 6'3", he's 6'6", and everybody kind of listed him as a defensive end, outside edge. But I just see somebody with the versatility who can play the 5 technique. Honestly, the type of rare size and speed that he got is kind of what the Lions actually been missing. And even if you do play him as a predominant edge, you can never have enough edge talent. All right, you can never have enough edge. Do they need interior help? Absolutely. Now, there's a kid from Pittsburgh I heard about. Somebody, I can't remember, I was hearing about them talk about him at, it might have been Woodward Sports or somewhere. They were saying this kid was 280, 6'1". Other side, kind of like, Aaron Donald was out of Pitt. He got a great motor. This kid, Tyree Wilson, is humming around the 280 mark, 6'6". So, I mean, he and he 22 years old, so he got the ability to put on at least 10 more pounds soon. So, you get somebody else that can help you on the inside. I mean, him and Pascal can help you out at that 3 technique. But I still would, kind of consider them probably want to bring in somebody else just in case Anazoki can't give you that extra lift. But they need that twitch guy. And it seemed like one thing that the Lions love is versatility. One thing they love is versatility. Pascal give you versatility, play across the line. Aiden Hutchinson give you versatility, play across the line. And this Tyree Wilson guy is going to give you and Hutchinson can stand up, Harris can stand up. Houston can put his hand in his dirt, he can stand up. This Tyree Wilson guy, he can put his hand in the dirt, he can slide on the inside, he can stand up and rush the passer. He kind of give you vibes of Trayvon Walker, the kid that went number 1 in Jacksonville last year a little bit. Not as far as a football player, but as far as his physical size and speed, the rare combination and strength. And Tyree Wilson, he raw as a pass rusher, but like a lot of people say, you don't need that many moves. The difference is Hudson is a technician. When you talk about the Hutch, the Bosas, you talking about those guys. Von Miller turned into a technician. You got some guys that's just doing it off, just a couple moves and they raw athleticism. Guys that's freak of natures on the edge, Javon Curse, Simeon Rice. You got other guys that's more technical and more balanced, like Michael Strahan. But when you look at Tyree Wilson, there is elite length. It's one play where he rushing upfield. It don't even like he just walking by the quarterback. He just knocked the ball out the quarterback hand. He did it so smooth. I mean, he getting upfield. He long. He athletic, he's strong, he played with power, he played for speed, he closed the gap to the quarterback. And I think you can't pass up on that combination of everything, medical, mental, all that check out. I think you can't pass up. It's a guy that you can keep him on the field all 4 downs. He can do some things in special teams with his length. He can do some things rushing the passer. He can do some things stopping the run. He can do some things standing up on the edge and rushing. He can do some things, slide him on the inside and do some things. So, the real question is, How much can you get out of him at that 5 technique? Does he become a situational guy at the 5 technique when we need a sack? Guess what? He allowed Aiden Hutchinson to stay on the edge. He allowed James Houston to stay on the edge. And guess what? You could play him at the 5 technique right on that, I'm thinking about the 3. You could play him a little bit the 3 technique a little bit, and he can do some things, He can play a little bit of that 3 in certain situations. He can play a little bit of D tackle, a little bit. So I think he can go inside and do some things, at 280, 6'6". He could do some things from the 3 in situational football. But I just think on that edge, him rushing the passer, I think it's too special to pass up, bro. I think it is. You just don't get the combination, with a guy that played with the power that he played with and the speed that he played with, and he actually a football player. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that him at that edge is good, but you can put him on the inside. He could do some things, and I understand there's a need for a guy like the Brees kid at Clemson, but there's more of a need for talent, and you don't reach for somebody like Brees at 17 or 6. I wouldn't reach for him. And at the end of the day, we're saying, before the injury, he was a lot better. I don't think he fully recovered I don't care. The Tyree Wilson, he's an elite category. I think it's really, when you look at the top defenders, it's as far as just physical ability, he right there with Jalen Carter. Just physical ability. Him and Will Anderson, they are tier 1 elites. When you talking about just physical, God-gifted ability. 6'6", 280, long, and he had to develop somewhat of a pass rusher, but, 6 is a luxury pick. So that allows you to take the most talented player there. You got to treat it as so. And you get to 17, then you can have discussions about other guys there, but they do need defensive tackle help. Pascal will help there next year. But my whole thing is, you can't pass up on elite talent. You can't pass up on that, bro. You can't pass up on a guy that what's gonna make his name hotter if he run good. He can become a workout warrior. He can play football, no doubt about it. He got a knack for football. So the ability, seeing him get upfield, seeing him, fight. I mean, you salivate having him and Aiden Hutchinson on the edge. You salivate from having that. So Classic probably more, edge guy. He can give you some time at the 3 technique, situational football. But he's one of those elite defensive physically he's one of the elite talents. He's one of the tier 1 elite talents. Just speed, power, what separates him from Carter and Anderson is just he's a raw pass rusher. So you got to develop, and the Lions have had a great track record for developing pass rushers. So, but yeah, I was impressed. And I'll see furthermore if I get to the good, the bad, the ugly, and see where they lie at. But yeah, that's one of the picks that right now he right there. If you don't like the quarterbacks, which eventually I'm gonna break down them. I usually have to start there. I break them down, see what's the good, see what the bad. See what they what it is there, and then we kind of go into the other, top prospects and stuff. So the quarterback's always fun to break down, and then we can go into Anderson, Carter, and etc. But like I said before, everybody talking about, taking the Brees kid just because they put him up there. If they had Brees at number 27, wouldn't nobody be talking about him at number 6. So you gotta look at these individual talents for yourself and see where you rank them at. But if he was better before the injury, so be it. But they ain't playing nobody in the ACC, no way. That's how I look at it. They ain't playing nobody. But he did have some good film. I think they played Georgia. Some Georgia film was on there. But yeah, I just think at the end of the day, it's a luxury pick. And when you get a talent like Tyree Wilson, you get him in that mix. It's hard to walk away from that, but that's kind of where I'm gonna start at. Quarterback, top defensive prospects, then we probably gonna attack the cornerbacks, and y'all know how I feel about the corners. If you're getting rid of Jeff Okudah, I understand the corner at 17, but if you take a corner at 17, I call LA up, give me Jalen Ramsey, I take Jalen, and I move on. And one of the reasons I said I'll do a video again on it, I'll take a risk on Jalen. He can be Rod Woodson or Charles Woodson. He can transition to the safety or that nickel spot too. So I'm fine with his athleticism eventually falling off. He's a football player. He'll be able to have a second life at safety, nickel back. But yeah, I'd rather go with a veteran at corner. You know, now if you're done with Jeff Okudah, then I understand it. You're not gonna put his 5th-year option in. You need somebody. Then yeah, you take Christian Gonzalez, and maybe you put a different package together for Jalen Ramsey to LA, or maybe you go with Greedy Williams, or maybe you know, maybe you James Bradbury pay somebody. So it's gonna be interesting looking at it, but I still do think people are gonna be mad. I'm blowing the doors off this thing, and I'm going to take a shot at Lamar Jackson. I'm doing it. That's the first. I'm going to look to blow the doors. I'm looking to take the NFC by stronghold. I'm looking to choke him like Melvin choked Jody on Baby Boy. I'm looking to do that. You know, people. So he costs too much money. Lions don't never spend no money. We can't complain about how the Lions don't want to pay nobody, and then turn around and complain when it's time to pay somebody. Lamar gonna bring their investment back in the first season. Trust and believe me. In jersey sales and primetime games, Detroit gonna be lit, bro. Then you gotta remember you're going to Dallas. You play Kansas City, maybe in Germany. Detroit will be lit. Detroit will be turned up. The Lions game would be the hottest shit in the world, bro. If that happened, yeah. But yeah, I would do it. I'll go after him. Shit, why not? Don't get you an elite talent that's, you know. But the one thing I want to point out about Tyree Wilson on a serious note, that elite speed in the front 7, they need that. They need that elite CP in that front 7. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live with drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.